welcome to the Blended Bias. I am Nita,
And I am Tony.
and welcome back to another episode. We just want to take the time out and say thank you to all our subscribers. We are so grateful for all the support we've received. If you haven't subscribed, please hit your subscribe button down below, and so you can be notified of more and more videos that we have coming, and so that you can continue to be encouraged, empowered, and uplifted.
Yes, this channel is for encouraging, empowering, and uplifting each other through the journey of life. Today, we have a very exciting episode about the thing that confused me when I landed to America from Africa. Everything is not the same. There's cultural difference, food wise, phrases, things that I really found it so, I won't say challenging, but new to the environment that I was used to. And we're gonna begin with some things that I actually encountered, and they were so funny. If it's funny to me because at first, before I knew them, I was kind of like, "Ooh, well, what is that?" And they were funny. Like, let me ask my wife some words that I had. That one time I went to work because when the first job I had, I went to work and you interact with your coworkers and they ask you certain things. You just say yes, yes, no. You don't even know what they're saying. Like one of my coworker actually called Brittany, and I can't recall the name, and she asked me, Tony, what are you finna do on the weekend? And I was like, okay. I don't know. I actually wasn't 100% sure what I said. I don't know. Because I didn't know what finna mean. Can you tell us what finna mean, babe? What is finna? Is that English or is that French or what is finna?
Finna is um, country. I think it's more of a southern thing. I think Texas, we have our own language to begin with. We say a lot of things that don't go along with proper English. So, finna actually is a word that we use that actually means going to. That's the proper form to say that. Going to, what are you going to do? But instead, you will hear people say, what you finna do, what you fixing to do, and it's just improper English is what it is.
Yeah, that like what are you fixing to do? I am fixing nothing. I'm just walking. Like, what are you fixing to do? Like, when you come from Africa and you hear, what are you fixing to do? You're thinking about fixing a car, fixing something, fixing. But
Right.
in actual sense over here, it means something different.
It does. It has two meanings because we use fixing for, oh, I was fixing on the car, but they'll also say, I'm fixing to go da da da.
Look at that.
So
I'm
it's
fixing. That's not English.
it's not proper English. Basically, it's
Yeah.
countrified.
Where is so many words that confuse me. Well, I went to ask my brother, hey, bro, I had this word today. Can you tell me what finna mean? Because I had previously been asked what you finna do, and I say I don't know because I just answered that question. I didn't know because I didn't know. I say I don't know.
So, what are some other words that you heard once you got here and you were like, what?
Whatchamacallit? 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 What is whatchamacallit? I love that word. Whatchamacallit? Whatchamacallit?
Whatchamacallit? It's actually a candy bar here named Whatchamacallit. And whatchamacallit, it means that's what you say in place of what you can't think of. So, like, let's say I was trying to think of the word for bread, and like, I just can't think of it. And you be like, that whatchamacallit. And so you can't think of the word, so you just say, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, and the other thing is driving direction. The first driving test I did over here, I actually drove on the wrong side of the road. But
What side of the road do you drive on here?
it's we drive it on the right side, right?
Uh-huh.
But in Kenya it's the left side. So
Uh-huh.
I was used to driving on the left side in Kenya. So when I came here, the first driving test I'm doing, and my brother was like strict, like, you gotta pass this thing, you gotta pass this thing. Because I failed my first oral written test and I passed the second one. So when I was driving, he was like, "You gotta pass this thing." So I was driving slowly, 30 miles an hour. 30 miles an hour is a lot. It's kilometers in. It's so fast. So I drove on the wrong side of the road, and the instructor was like, "Oh, where you? What?" I said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Kenya." "Oh, I thought you're from Nigeria, but I'll pass you. But go and keep practicing more." And then I made that mistake several other times. I almost killed myself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
scary.
no funny. Like, until I got used to driving on the right side, it took me time.
Oh my gosh.
It took me time.
So what did you think of like places like Walmart when you got here?
That's another funny story.
Because y'all don't have a Walmart in Africa.
We do. We do have
You do?
supermarkets.
Uh-huh.
But, so, when I was coming here like 10 years ago, in Africa, we didn't have the technology where you just approach the door and it opens. So,
The automatic door?
the automatic doors, yeah. So, I'm going to Walmart and this door just... And then I'm standing there like, oh no, who did that? Who opened the door? I'm like, okay. And when my brother started laughing, like, instead of telling me, he started laughing. He busted like, it's not a joke. It's cultural shock. Like, this thing is opening by itself. That thing was funny as shit. When I come to see right now, it's just kind of like, oh wow. I came from the interior part of Africa, which is Kitale, Kenya. We didn't have those things. We did not, for real, for sure. It was so funny. It was so funny. And then another thing is cold. We think we have cold in Africa. Man.
Yeah, the weather, yeah. Especially it's in Texas. Texas weather
Bipolar.
it's bipolar. It has its own mind. Like it can be sunny that morning, raining, thunderstorm that afternoon, and it just might snow that evening. I mean, it's crazy.
It's very, very crazy. My
Crazy.
first snow experience, it was horrible. Horrible. I went to work at night, so I didn't know it was snowing. The next morning, I'm checking outside because I stayed in the building the whole night. I'm like, bam, why am I going to drive? I took 5 hours to get to a place where I drive for 20 minutes because I didn't know how to drive on snow. And and the cold weather. So my brother did this. He told me, let's go to the store. And we were like, okay. So the car is parked in the garage. The garage is still inside the house. So we're getting in the car is hot, and we're driving. Then we get to Walmart, and I did not carry a sweater, and he did not tell me. It was winter time. It's cold as freezer. So I'm getting my legs out of boo, and I'm coming to the car. Wait, what is going on? What's going on? No, it's too cold outside. No, I can't. What's wrong? What's going on? Like, now my brother was like, I wanted you to experience that. It was cold as cold. So we had to go to the store. I had to get a sweater for me to go back out because it was super duper cold. Those are the kind of things that a cultural shock that I found here, and I was like amazed with them. I was amazed. I learned how to live with it slowly by slowly. And another thing was food. What do you eat here, baby? What do you like food you like to eat here?
Like our food here is mostly processed. Some people that they grow their own things, but for the most part, the culture here is so fast paced. Most people eat fast food. They don't have time to cook at home. I mean, you try to, but you just don't find time to cook at home. And so we have a lot of fast food chains of everything you can think of. McDonald's, Burger King, we got chicken places,
KFC,
KFC.
my best.
I think it's become one of his favorites.
Yeah,
Church's Chicken.
was mine.
I mean, all kinds sandwich shops, Subways. We got Jersey Mike's, all kinds of food you can just get drive right through the drive-through and get it real quick. So our food is, it's really fast paced here.
Yeah, it's kind of different because I never used to eat burgers and those chicken. Man, my first time I was like having a hard time. I'm used to eating ugali and sukuma wiki. That's a staple food in Kenya. And I come here, burgers. I'm like, whoa, Lord Jesus. And pizza. Pizza.
Pizza.
I come from Kitale, Kenya. Yefwe.
I
There is no
mean,
pizza.
no pizza in Kitale?
No.
Oh my
Where am I going to get pizza
gosh.
from Kitale?
I don't know.
No, I think you go to Nairobi, but those big towns. And by that time, they didn't have it when I was coming from Kenya 10 years ago. But right now, I can see they have it. It was challenging. My first pizza I ate here in Longview, Texas in my entire life.
The first time you ate pizza was here in
Texas,
America.
Longview, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So much thing like I've come to learn how to cope with them over here. It was challenging. It's challenging. It's cultural shock. Things we do there, things
Yeah.
they do different here. It's like my wife, ugali, he want to put sugar. No, you can't put sugar in ugali.
Well, I was tricked. I was told that was cornbread.
Yes, cornbread.
And he was like, I'm going to make you some cornbread. We call it ugali. And
Ugali.
so I'm watching him make it. And I'm like, that ain't how you make cornbread. And then when I see it, I'm like, that ain't how cornbread looks.
Yeah.
And then when I tasted it, I was like, ugh,
it's good.
that's not how cornbread tastes.
No, the thing he was eating ugali by itself, you have to dip it in.
And then he's like, you need to take your fingers like this.
Exactly.
And you need to scoop it. Scoop it with the other food. And I'm like, I'm not about to eat with my hands.
Yeah, those are the most challenging things I faced when I came to this country. And in our subsequent video, we're gonna share with you so much funny video that I faced when I came here, when I went to school, and every other thing. We thank you all for subscribing to our channel, liking our videos, and sharing. And those people who have not subscribed, please subscribe and share with your friend. We're encouraging, empowering other people through our journey in life. Thank you and welcome to the Blended By.